The CEO of Gunvor said that if the purchase of Lukoil's international assets goes through, the contract will not include a clause allowing Lukoil to buy them back later. In other words, it would be a final sale with no way back, even if sanctions are changed or eased in the future. He made this statement during the AIP in Abu Dhabi. The context is that Lukoil announced last week that it had accepted Gunvor's offer for its holding of assets outside Russia, Lukoil International. But the closing depends on obtaining licenses and regulatory approvals, including from OFAC in the United States. Until they get the green light, the parties plan to process extensions and authorizations to prevent any interruptions in the daily operations of these assets. Why does this matter? Because a deal without a buyback aims to sever any future control links between Lukoil and these assets, a sensitive point for Western authorities who are monitoring the risks of indirect Russian influence. The process is taking place in a market still shaped by sanctions, logistical detours, and unusual floating storage of crude oil, factors that keep the supply price balanced but add friction and cost. What should we watch for going forward? Regulatory approvals, OFAC and Europe. Without them, there is no deal. The operating conditions of the refineries and networks affected in Eastern Europe and other markets, where a change in ownership could lead to adjustments in supply and margin. This is the inference based on the regulatory and market context. TrendOil Vision's reflection is that if the deal moves forward with no way to back out, the message to the market is clear. Sanctioned assets only regain value with credible governance and owners who are disconnected from geopolitical risk. For traders, the opportunity lies in the reconfiguration of flows, crude and products, and in spreads that allow for regulatory certainty. For regulators, the challenge is to validate a real break from previous control and to prevent the influence they're trying to cut from returning through another door. In summary, less romance with the origin, more premium on traceability and compliance as the new competitive edge. This is TrendOil Vision, understanding oil like a professional. If you like these kinds of videos, give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.